Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. I think that's going to be fine. I'm going to make roasted root vegetables. I don't know, this chilly weather was kind of making me feel like fall again. I guess we had spring and now I'm feeling like fall. So I thought that this is what I would make, and I just kind of dug around and found some things, and this is what we're going to have. We've washed it off. There's 8 of you. Gotta find me a... Oh, this'll do. Get my peeler. We gotta figure out that drawer. It's getting a little crowded, but I don't know what to do with all the stuff. There's 2 plates there stuck together and I can't unstick them. This will be my discard pile. Hope you've had a great day. It's a little chilly. Rained all morning. And then it's been cold. It was so weird. Crossville was in the 30s and we were in the 40s in Knoxville, and Gatlinburg was 50. It's a variation of temperatures today. So this is a sweet potato, if you were wondering. I just kind of dug around to see what I had. You can do the same. Doing better, we got 38 of you. It is Thursday. I told you I would come and visit with you on Thursdays. And if you don't see it live, you can see it on the repeat. That's quite okay too. We all have things to do. So I'm just going to cut these in little bite-sized pieces and put them in that bowl. This is just a sweet potato. I like a mixture of things. Maybe I need to sharpen this knife. I like that knife whenever I'm peeling. I didn't want to mess up 2 knives, but there, that worked better. That worked better. Thought I'd cut my finger here today. I'm just going to warm up the leftover ribs to go along with this. This is, we call them purple top turnips. I don't know what you call them. Now when I'm boiling them, I like to peel them. I'll go ahead and peel them today. Something about roasting them gives them a different flavor. What do you think? I left today and didn't take my glasses. It was hard to read those numbers on the TV. And cities and towns and all of the other stuff. You ever had that problem? Forget something? I didn't forget my lunch though. I had me a great lunch from my leftovers. And a salad. You saw the salad this morning. Now I'm just trying to get to going here. I didn't have a bottle of olive oil, so all I got is my little spray here. We're just going to make that work, because I like to take those and toss them in a little olive oil and some seasoning. And I'm kind of down on the fresh vegetables. The fresh herbs. So we're just going to use some what I dug around and found in the pantry cabinet. That'll be okay. It's all got the same stuff on it mostly. Bet some rosemary would be good. What all have you all done today? Hello, Julie. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Gail. Valentine's Day tomorrow. You know, I got to thinking, I said, I should have gave them some ideas on what to cook for something simple on Valentine's Day. I don't know if you all's significant other would like this or not. You kind of have to like it, I guess you would say. Some people don't like these things. They have a different taste. This is just a regular potato. We call it Irish potatoes. And I had 2. So I decided to go ahead and get rid of the 2. And then we can worry about getting another bag later. Sometimes the bags go bad before we cook them around here, so sometimes I'll just go buy me 1 or 2 potatoes, depending on how many people are eating. I like to cook 1 potato per person. And then you can make an extra. Back in the country, we'd say extra. So, just in case somebody wants a little something extra. I do have some Brussels sprouts down there. I'm gonna pull them out. I forgot all about that. Toss them around. And so we'll have leftover pork ribs and some fresh vegetables roasted. I usually do this in the fall, but today made me feel like fall, as I was telling you. So, well, there we go. It's one of those days where I was feeling kind of lost because I wasn't on my normal schedule. I have some sick people, but that's okay. They say they're better, so they'll be back to work tomorrow. I can go do my normal thing. I don't know what that normal thing's going to be. They're probably roaming around somewhere. We'll see what's going on. That piece got a little big on me. I better cut that down a little bit so it don't take too long to cook there. If you had some of those little red potatoes, you could do that too. And these are radishes. I like them raw, but I've done this before. And I like to mix them in with it. Kind of gives it a little something different. They don't taste the same. I don't know what happens, but they do not taste the same when you put them in the oven and roast them like this. These have a little bit of roots on them. So I'm going to cut those roots off. I'm going to cut the roots off. I'm going to cook this for about 25 minutes. I like to cut all that off and just kind of, I don't know why, that's just what I do. I'm going to cut it in half. That one about run away on me. It'll be in the floor. So we'll kind of square it up. This one I'm going to cut in 3 ways because it's so big. And this one as well. This is how you get a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I don't normally peel these, I guess, because they're so small. There we go. See how quick this is? And then all we got to do now, if I wasn't sitting here talking to you all, is just go sit over and watch the Golden Girls. That's what we've been watching around here lately. And I guess, let me find those Brussels sprouts. Obviously, you can put some carrots. That means the oven's ready. It's on 425. These are starting to look a little bad. I'm gonna pick through them. That one looks okay. That one. And that one. Just peel that off. And I'm not going to do anything but clean these bottoms up. And I'll throw them in whole. But I don't like it when it starts turning black down there like that. Just have a couple. They're not my favorite things like this, but it does give us a little bit of green. It gives us a little bit of green. All right, and I've got a red onion. I'm only going to use just a little bit of it. And I'll put that other half away. And when I make my salad for lunch tomorrow, I'll put that in there. I won't put that whole thing. If I did, all we would be having is onion, I guess you would say. So, cut it up in bigger hunks. That outside was a little tough there. It wanted to come off. So there we go. That's it. So, again, if I had my jar of regular olive oil, but we'll just use the spray here. I just want to get everything a little coat. That way this stuff I'm about to put on it holds it. I have taken it and melted some butter to put on it. But we'll try to be a little healthier tonight. Got a whole sack of sweet potatoes. Let's see what we got here. I'll use this. Just kind of toss it around so we can get everything coated. Homemade beef stew and cornbread. Y'all are making me look bad tonight with this little bit of stuff. Everybody be like, what happened to Kyle? Not making a feast tonight. The main thing was to use those leftovers and get rid of them. I'm going to be oily. All right, this is onion powder. Toss it over like that. I'll just keep tossing this around until it looks like everything gets coated. And this is Paula Deen's house seasoning. And I might sprinkle a little bit more on it when I get it on the pan here. But it looks like it's coating around pretty good here. Make sure everything gets some kind of seasoning. I have done this with regular Mrs. Dash. I love Mrs. Dash. Any of those flavors of Mrs. Dash is pretty good. You know. You know. All right. I'm going to line my pan here with parchment paper. We can throw that away. I've had some critter problems, so I'm going to not throw out back for the rabbits. They're not coming around as often. I don't know what happened to them. Put that there. I'll move this out of my way. And here's my pan. I just like to lay it out on the sheet. And of course the parchment paper makes our cleanup a lot easier. Is it gonna fold over on me? We'll do it like that then. We'll just spray this out. Now see, that made a lot. A lot more than you think. When you just do one little piece of everything, you get a whole pan full of stuff here. Try to lay them out evenly so that everything can get that heat evenly. And get it up in the corners. This is some good stuff here. All right, everything's about as even as it's going to get for my doing. And that's okay. We're good to go, my friends. You know what I want to put on this? A little bit of fresh cracked pepper and a little bit of salt. It'll be hard to tell where the fresh cracked pepper is with that house seasoning. But we can always add a little bit more when we get this out of the oven. And there we go. And I know my oven is done. So let me go toss it in and come see what y'all are talking about. My friends. All right. See how easy that was, and we'll have us a good little dinner. To keep paper from rolling up like that, wet the pan just a little, and it will stay down. That's a good little tip. I should have thought about that. It is going to be good. Yeah, today I spent the day in Knoxville. I had my lunch, my leftover chicken bog. I made that for y'all the other night. That one will go in there. And that's going to be good on my salad. I'm going to make a salad later for tomorrow. So when I'm running around and about, I will have me a good little meal, and I won't have to worry about stopping. Hello, Jacksboro. My finger is doing better. Look at it. Just a little bit left. Hello, Karen in Myrtle Beach. Hello, Cock County. Oh, the rain this weekend. You brought it up. Yeah, so we're done for now. We get to dry out tonight and tomorrow. But then when we get into Saturday and Sunday, we've got to start watching the weather again. Because we're going to have so much rain. I mean, you know. I know I shouldn't do this, but I want one of these cookies that Trina made me. That's what I've been wanting. These are good. I don't do a lot of baking cookies and things. My cookies turn out so hard. You need a brick to chop them in half in order to be able to eat it. So I don't know what I've been doing wrong with my cookies. But this one's just right. Hello, my friends in Athens. Kim. Benton, Kentucky. Maryville. I'm doing okay. I got to stay inside today in the heat. But it's like I never could get caught up on everything that I needed to be doing. I was constantly staying behind. You are having it in Missouri, and we're about to have it. We've already had some in Tennessee. The river in, someone was talking about Cock County. That's the county over from Sevier where many of you vacation in Pigeon Forge and stuff. The river got up to flood stage, but did not flood in that county today. So, and I don't know what that link is someone just put in there, so y'all don't click on that until we get to investigate it. I don't know that person. Jackie and Bean Station. So it was a blessing that the river didn't get out of its banks and cause any more problems. Hopefully what we get Saturday, but there's another round on Sunday now that we're going to pay attention to too. So when you get rounds of rain like that, it's all got to flow somewhere, and in many cases it cannot soak into the ground because the ground's saturated. All right, that was my cookie. Now my water to wash it down. Get my ribs. I guess I could go ahead and make my salad. All I'm going to do is cut off a little bit. So there's the barbecue ones, and these are the dry rub ones. And I just left them in the pan. I bet that's a lot of, that way that's cooked up there, that's going to be a lot of grease. It's going to be a lot of grease. But waste not, want not. Food costs too much to throw away. I believe I'll get me one of these barbecue ones today. And that's a hunk right there, isn't it? Y'all see that hunk? All right. And these are dry rub. They look like they've got a little bit on it. That's okay. I'll have these 4 ribs to go along with the root vegetables. I'll at least warm that many up. I'm just going to pop them in the microwave. And tonight, I'm putting hot sauce on them. Last time I had, it looks like I filled up the whole plate, don't it? Last time I had these, I thought this would have been good with some hot sauce. So that'll be tonight. I don't take stuff like that to work with me. Because I might not be anywhere that I can wash my hands. And I can't be going around shaking people's hands with barbecue sauce on it. Oh, wow. I didn't put a timer on that stuff. Y'all gonna have to watch me. Got a lot of spring mix in here. Is this one okay? Looks like it's still doing okay. So what I like to do when I'm warming up ribs like that is I like to warm it just a little bit at a time so it doesn't get kind of jammed up in there, I guess you could say. This right here should be all right, don't you think? All you gotta do is find me a bowl. Alright, this will be a good enough one. That's going to be a big salad, ain't it? I often make them bigger than what I need. Especially in a situation like that, because we just might have froze a little bit. I won't name names. When we get that person that's turning our stuff up and freezing it. See if this one's okay. You know, lettuce and stuff like that, you can't freeze. Because it messes up your stuff. All right, that should be enough of that. The problem with taking too much is I don't like putting salad dressing on it if I'm not going to eat it, because it just kind of wilts it down, and I don't want to mess it up. It costs too much to mess up there. Let me rinse this off a little bit. I need to clean that up. Alrighty. I'll just cut those that way today. I may as well use all these mushrooms and start fresh next week. Because there's only one left. Pat that one dry. All right. There we go. So there's my fresh vegetables of mushrooms and that. I've got these fresh radishes. Now I'm gonna cut this a little thinner than I did. That beeping is gonna aggravate the you-know-what out of me. And I want the water off of it because, you know, the water starts the deterioration process. Some things need moisture and some things don't. I got to cut it a little bit thicker. I won't be able to get it done. And I don't want to get my finger again. I do not want to get my finger again. I'll just cut that one in half so it's not so thick. It was kind of cool that I layered it like that this morning and made it look pretty when you take the picture. This bowl's big enough that I'll be able to shake it and get it mixed around just a little bit. Put that there to give it some color. Next, I got these. Probably don't need that many. And this is why I saved the carrots to go in my salad. That would have been a boo-boo. I almost put my finger over it like that. Y'all watch that woman on Worst Cooks in America, and she goes by and puts the red mark on the people's fingers? She'd probably be putting it on mine all the time. She'd be running the red ink. That is a habit of mine. I'll get to you in a minute. Okay, there's that. And lastly, I got a cucumber. Let me just scrape this off real quick. I don't know why, but today when I was eating my salad, the cucumber seemed to be the best part. And normally I like the carrots. But I'll tell you what, I've been eating these salads. My soup fit better today. I don't have a scale in this house, so I can't tell you if I've gained weight or not. So don't ask me. I just know when my clothes start fitting a little tighter, it's time to start changing up things a little bit. That's all I can tell you on that one. I wasn't trying to suck it in on TV so y'all didn't see my belly. Oh, if we do one thing around here, we eat. And sometimes we should go for this that we're making right now sooner than we do, but we don't. I guess that's where that sin of gluttony comes in. Just gonna try to make a little slither here. Now, I love red onion in my salad. And I go to salad bars that serve red onion on purpose. Y'all call it a red onion or a purple onion? You have to tell me. And it's good. Red onion is a natural antibiotic. So you don't even have to... Next time you're sick, just eat it if you can, raw. And if you do that, I tell you what, it will help you out. Don't that look pretty? I don't know what kind of salad dressing I want to do. I'll have a big old salad tomorrow. There goes my cheese. I don't know where my onion keeper is. I have not been able to find it lately, so I'll just put it in a Ziploc bag to store it. And there's 3 of those cucumbers left. We'll put all that back away. Filled the sink up again. I don't know how I do it every night, but I fill the sink up. It was completely empty. Y'all were thinking about that too? All right. The only other thing that I can think to do is make me a sandwich. I might do that, I might not. I love red onion. Salad looks so good. Purple onion, purple. Hello, West Virginia. Thanks for dropping in. Y'all know those hearts and likes and things. You hit that. Let me know you're watching and want me to keep on going. That's my signal. That's my cue. Like to have one of those ribs and a piece of light bread and a glass of tea. Sounds like a good plan. All right. So that's still looking pretty good there. I just do it a little bit at a time, because when you do it a little bit at a time, that heat that already got into the microwave just kind of can soak right back in to all that that's there without the pressure of y'all ever forget to put your trash out? We didn't do it Sunday. So they'll have a full batch to get this week. Whoever hit all them hearts, I do love it. Thank you. Oh, I'm tired today. I am tired. Hello, Georgia. Making me hungry and have already had supper. Yeah, my mom said the other day, she said, you eat too late for me. I said, well, when you get home at 6, then you got to get ready. You kind of wind down from work. By the time I get to going, it is 7. I do wait until 7 for you all, so I can visit with you. I guess I could do it earlier, but I've told y'all I'm coming on at 7. I'm trying to stay on pattern here. And so that's what I've been doing, trying to do that. And I'll just eat just a little bit later. It's okay. Cold in Pennsylvania. It's cold here too in Tennessee, I assure you. Hello, Jerry. Young man. I wish I could figure out how to turn back time. The grays keep on a-coming and a-coming. Well, I appreciated being on WVLT with you today. Hopefully, you got everything you need to know. For tomorrow, y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all are having for Valentine's Day. I don't really know. I don't have any plans. So, might just be me sitting here by myself for Valentine's Day. I'll tell you, it's always been my philosophy that if I had a date on Valentine's Day, I will get called into work. There will be a snowstorm. There will be a shooting. Anything in the world that could possibly happen to deter my date. If I don't schedule one, nothing will happen. So therefore, maybe just sitting at home is the best option. Monday is President's Day. We don't get that as a holiday, so I don't, oftentimes I forget about some of those holidays, the ones we don't get. Next week I am going home to South Carolina. If you would say a prayer for my dad, he's having surgery, knee replacement surgery, and I told Mom I had some time coming up. She said, will you come out here and help me with your daddy? So, that's what I'm going to do next week. All right, that juking it is doing pretty good. They're soft and they're getting juicy too, so they're not drying out, which is what we want to happen. I think if you see these things, y'all are going to be going, Kyle. Shoney's for steak. Gail, that sounds pretty good. I like Shoney's bar. I like to go up there and just get a lot of little different stuff, and then my last plate is everything that I want seconds of. So I never even look at the menu. Every day should be Valentine's Day when you are married. That should be absolutely correct. Thank you for the prayers for Dad. 22 tonight. We're supposed to be 25. It's popping. I want to get over here and check it. Yeah, we'll let that sit. Those vegetables are doing pretty good. It's about a 25 to 30 minutes for it. Hello, Cassie. Hope you're doing well. Barbecue chicken drumsticks and roasted vegetables. We were on the same pattern with those roasted vegetables tonight. Thank you for praying for Dad, all of you all. Y'all might want to pray for me and Mom too. I'm not going to tell y'all the secret, but sometimes he gets a little needy. We might be up all night trying to get him whatever he's wanting. And I imagine if you get into pain like that, when you're having something done like that, it does bother you quite a bit. So, pour Italian dressing, make a pot of chicken and dumplings. Oh yeah, chicken and dumplings would be good. I haven't made that for you all in a long time. I showed you a quick method where I used the canned biscuits, but I haven't made dumplings from scratch, I guess you would say, and put it together. I haven't done that for you all. I did it Mom's way. We wouldn't even have chicken. We would just have chicken broth and dumplings. That's what we would have. Maybe that's the poor side of us when we were growing up. Canned biscuits and chicken broth. That was our dinner. Shawnee's is the only bar we do. Yeah, looking at the weather, I'm gonna get on the road on Sunday, and it's just gonna be pouring down rain. So I don't know. I might want to wait until it's Monday, but then I'm only there for a day because I have to come back Wednesday. I have absolute plans on Thursday that I cannot change. So I'm going to be fighting the weather on this one. 417 exit has the best Shoney's. Which one is 417? That's out at is that Cherry Street? I'm not sure. Cracker Barrel has some good dumplings, I'm going to tell you that. We used to order it for the family meal. We would do a family meal at home. and we would get the chicken and dumplings from the Cracker Barrel. And right, everything is it smells pretty good too. Ugh. There we go with the ribs. Easy ribs, easy ribs. They were already cooked. I got to just warm them up. I can try one for y'all. I didn't try that for you the other night, did I? We just tried the chicken bog. Dandridge. I guess it goes that way. I get mixed up when it goes I just know a couple of different places. 407, I know. That's Sevier County exit. I know that one. Let's see. Maybe it's not so hot that I can. Well, no, that's hot. I cannot do it when it's hot like that. Hurts my precious little fingers. I'm doing the cooking just for me. Yep. Tonight. Sometimes the roommates will pop in and eat with me, and sometimes they don't. But I cook, and then I'll eat the leftovers until the leftovers are gone, and then cook again. So with all this food, I can eat on leftovers until Sunday, and then Sunday I won't be here. So next week maybe we can cook with Mom. We can figure out what she's cooking for Dad. I know what he's gonna want. I know what he's gonna want. Since the first time that he had surgery, he has not liked chicken. Despises it. Does not want it. Cannot stand it. And I think it's been a struggle with him and Mom trying to figure out things to cook. But one thing that he wants plain elbow noodles cooked in chicken broth. That's all it is. Elbow noodles and chicken broth. And he'll sit there and eat that. Now, I don't know what the difference is with chicken broth and having an actual piece of chicken in it. But that's what he's doing. So, bless us all. I do have 2 roommates. That's right, Gil. Everybody works different schedules, so sometimes we're all just here alone by ourselves all day long. Then we go to bed and wake up. Everybody else is asleep. Go to work. Come home alone. Go back to sleep. All right. So I'm just going to spritz a little bit of this canola oil on there. Let me get this thing on so I don't burn my fingers. Help it roast a little bit more. For the very, very last, I'm going to say 5 minutes, I will put it on broil and get it brown just a little bit on the top. I like to do that. You can't wait to see me make dumplings. So my Cracker Barrel story, we didn't have one where I grew up near Myrtle Beach. And I don't know when we first got one in Myrtle Beach. But back in I guess this is the 90s, Uncle Bob lived in Baltimore. My dad loves Cal Ripken Jr. Thinks it's his favorite baseball player. So every summer when the Orioles would have a home stand, we would go to Baltimore. We'd visit with my uncle. And Dad, during every home game that week. Now, I only went, me and Mom, we only went to one. My daddy went to every single one of them for that whole week that they were at home. And our road trip, we stopped at a Cracker Barrel one time, and we thought it was the best thing ever. So we always made it a point, going and coming to Baltimore. I think we were up in Virginia or North Carolina somewhere. And we would stop and eat at Cracker Barrel, whether it was lunch or closer to dinner or breakfast or whatever was the going of the time. But it's mostly lunch or a later lunch. And so that was my introduction to Cracker Barrel. And now that we've spent some time there, We kind of graduated from it, and we go over occasionally, but it's not the destination on the road trip anymore. I think it was just one of those fascination fads, like, I know where it is on that road. I think it's up near Rocky Mount or something right along Interstate 95. Some of you folks familiar with that part of North Carolina, Virginia, can tell me where that was, but I'm not quite sure. But it was up there. There was a mall behind it. It's kind of all I remember. It's been a very, very long time since I've been up in that neck of the woods. I often look at maps of Baltimore to see if I can figure out how to get to my uncle's house. It was just off Interstate 95 on Clinton Street, right through the tunnel. You come off the tunnel, under the tunnel there in Baltimore, and you have to be in the right lane so you can make an immediate right. And you go down like by the shipyard and all that stuff, and eventually you get to where he lived. There was a restaurant down the street called Hauser's, and that's where we would eat dinner sometimes or get takeout. I've been wanting to go back up there just to visit. He doesn't live there anymore, but I wouldn't mind going to check it out. See if it looks the same or looks different. Do I have brothers or sisters? I have one brother. What do we have tonight? Just got on here. Well, I've got me some barbecue ribs that are left over and the dry rub ribs. And we're about to have some roasted root vegetables. That's looking pretty good. Looking and smelling good. I think I'm going to put it on broil, but I'm going to have to watch it. Y'all don't get me distracted now, because if I get distracted, I'll have some burnt vegetables. Evansville only has one Cracker Barrel, Far East Side, as far as I know. Does your mom watch your lives? My mom does not even have Facebook, so she does not watch lives. But I think some people from the church tell her what I'm doing. So if I do anything wrong, she'll call me and tell me. I think that was better than the first night. It's finally where I can hold it. I do want some hot sauce on it though. Thank the Lord for dinner. It was very good. Y'all must didn't like my eating, but all I left was that bone. These are pretty good. These are got a lot of fat. They would have been great on the grill to render that fat down and get a little bit of that smoky char on it. I'm only moving this out of the way so that I have room for those. So I got room for those things. Where's that? Y'all know what that is. We don't have a fire though. I'll have to turn that thing on. You ever do that and go? Now Zach likes to come in and take the battery out. I said, well, what if there's a fire and we're sleeping? Yeah, because he won't put the battery back in. I said, I'm not ready to go visit my maker yet. I want to stay here for a little while longer. And wouldn't that be a mess if I died in a house fire? All these stories I've done about making sure you have batteries in your smoke detectors and all that stuff. The fire department would have my hide. I think I want to spritz that one more time with that canola oil. It cut off on its own that time. Hello, Ireland. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with me tonight. I have never set them in apple juice. Does that give it like an apple flavor? I've had one time, it was a packet that we got at the Food Line in Socastee, South Carolina. It was called apple pork chops, and you cut up these apples, and you would put this mixture, and you layered it over the pork chops, and that was pretty good. No Cracker Barrel in New York. I had the flu. Oh my word! We got to make you some chicken soup. Homemade chicken soup would be good for that one. I wish I could make you some. Maybe they can figure out some kind of delivery method. But if I sold food out of my kitchen, I'd have to go get one of those, what do you call those things? A health inspection. I think we're going to be good. We can cut that off. And that's just perfect. I don't like that to get on my counter just in case it were to be too hot. All right, that's it. There's my roasted root vegetables. Where's that other phone at? Where's my work phone? Take a picture of it before. What did I do with that thing? We got 7 minutes, folks. 7 minutes. Now see, those look a little crisp. This is the art of television. This is what they don't show you all the time. But that right there, it doesn't look burnt to me in person, but it looks burnt in the camera. So we're just going to flip her around to the other side so that it looks nice and green. How about that? How about them apples? There we go. Now that's pretty right there. Here's what it looks like. All that color. Is that at my house? This is at my house. It sure is. So that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna try that. I bet that's gonna be real hot right there. It's tender. That was that regular potato. So that means these sweet potatoes are looking pretty good too. I guess I could have coated it with some brown sugar. Now we're talking some stuff, aren't we, people? And there's those radishes. They kind of turn a pinkish color when they're cooked instead of that bright red. There's my onions, my purple onions. They're still purple, but they're lighter. But that's okay. This is going to be really good. And tomorrow night, when I get ready for dinner, I'll just take these out the refrigerator, whatever I store them in, and I'll have the other half with the rest of them ribs, and I'll have a repeat for dinner, and I won't worry about it. And leftovers, to me, are better the next day. I love me some leftovers. Let's see, is there anything in here? Zach says he's allergic to radishes. I'll tell him to pick them out. Put this over here. So, That's it for the night. Some brown sugar. Some sugar. Maybe I can use some brown sugar tomorrow. It's well tanned. You give up on me making corn dumplings. I told you I can't hardly do it. Mine fall apart. My corn dumplings. We'll have to see if I can make that happen. But the last time I went, I had that self-rising flour, that self-rising cornmeal, and I didn't want that. I want regular, old-fashioned cornmeal. It don't have nothing in it. Stone ground cornmeal. You can't find it. I don't know if I can get it up at the old mill, or I might have to go to some country store in South Carolina and see if I can find it when I'm down there next week. You like my accent? Oh, I'm glad I got to share my time with you. And I just realized the phone's not going to let me go much longer. So our hour is about up here, my friends. Since I don't plan on going live again unless there's some kind of major weather situation. Wherever you are, if you're in the area where it's flooding, if you're where it's going to be severe storms, maybe you're where it's so cold, where we're having the ice and the snow, I just want you all to be careful and make sure you're doing the things that you need to do to stay safe. And so we can come back and visit again. I plan on coming back next Tuesday because, as I said, I'm driving, so it might be taped on Tuesday. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what's going on. We'll have to see what we can find, you know. So, plain cornmeal and Aner. Mildred, is that at the IGA? I'll drive near there. I usually dump off in Gallivant's Ferry. I don't even know what the name of that road is. But it's just past PD Highway to the left. You dump off down that road and you switch back around through Joyner Swamp. And then you get to Bayboro. And then at Bayboro, I'm going to go on down to Gurley. And that's where I'm going to be hunkered down for the week. I'm going to see if I can't slip away and get me some oysters. I would love some oysters. I've had some, I had them at Christmas, but, I've had some around here. But I love me a good old North Carolina Selects. Those are the ones I like. Those are the oysters I like. I guess that's because it's what I grew up eating. I didn't appreciate it as much when I lived there as much as I do now. So, all right, 7:59. Our hour is up. I hope you all have a great night, a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Great night. Andy's coming on. We got to go watch our Andy.